3, Lesson 1, Introduction to Apps. This is the start of learning to program. We're going to be doing apps, and we're going to be doing apps within the app lab of code.org. So with this introduction, you will be able to identify inputs of an app, identify outputs of an app, and identify the purpose of an app. Now that we've learned how to represent information digitally, and then how the internet works, it's time to think about creating digital content for others to interact with. What are apps? How do we interact with them? What kind of things do apps do? Those may seem like simple questions. And some of you go, I know the answers. And others are, ooh, I'm glad you're going to tell us, because I use the words and I hear the words, but I'm not really sure. Well, the discussion goal here is that apps are designed to solve a problem by providing a service. In entertainment, an app may produce images, movies, TV shows, music. Social media, it allows you to interact, to chat, to keep up with friends, and to communicate. Commerce apps are in the marketplace. That's how we shop or maybe do banking. Finding information. Well, those are your search engines. That's Google, Yahoo, Maps. Okay. Maps have screens or user interfaces to display and collect information to and from users. Oftentimes, very few apps work without you telling it something that you want it to do, and then it produces whatever it was you requested. These things collect information, buttons, sliders, text boxes, etc. This is the type of information that can be displayed: sounds, images, video, and text. Now, you will be paired with 1 or 2 other students. It's meant to be a partner activity, but if we have an odd number, there will be a group of 3. And you will navigate to app exploration starting on level 2 of lesson 1 in unit 3. So please go to unit 3, lesson 1, level 2 at this time. Pause the video if you need to. You will notice that there are 5 different sample apps. And maybe I could spell. Okay. Together, you and your partner should explore at least 3 of them. If you're doing this by yourself, you should explore at least 3 of them if you are doing this asynchronously, meaning by yourself. Okay, those of you that have got 2 or 3, keep going if time hasn't expired, and look at the 4th and the 5th one if possible. What you will need to be able to do is answer the following 3 questions for each of the apps that you explore, which means I want you to take notes. So if I call on you, you can tell me the name of the app, or so that you know which app it is, how the user interacts with the app. Do they click a button? Do they type in information? That kind of thing. What is the overall purpose of the app? What does it do? What service does it provide? And who is the target audience of the app? Students, people who are interested in trees, teachers, doctors? Who is it meant for? Now, you will see that you have these 5 apps, and you should have between 15 and 20 minutes. I have 20 minutes up here. If we were in class, that would include time for you to separate, go to your desk, get your computer, and log in. Since you're at home, and since we're all already online, and you should already be logged in, this should take 15 minutes. Virtually, I'll send people to breakout rooms. In class, you'll sit with your partner. So this time, pause the video and explore at least 3 of these apps, answering the questions right here. How does the user interact? What is the overall purpose? And who is the target audience? Pause the video at this point and go ahead and explore the apps. Okay, now that you're back, we're going to do a quick review. And because this is the video, I'm going to just go over this since I can't ask you and you can't tell me because it's an asynchronous video. The first app, water conservation tips. The user would click through different screens and make choices about the correct ways to conserve water. When the user makes choices, images or sounds are played to indicate if a choice is the right one. The purpose of the app is to teach people about ways to conserve water, and the target audience is young people who are interested in this topic. The second app was Bird Quiz. The user answers trivia questions about birds. If the answer is correct, they go to the next question. If it's wrong, they're taken to a losing screen and then start the quiz again. If 3 questions are answered correctly, the user is taken to a winning screen. The purpose of the app is to teach users different facts about birds. The target audience is anyone interested in birds. Hamilton Township. Well, here the user clicks through a few different screens to learn about township efforts to beautify the town. The purpose of the app is to educate users on steps the town is taking to improve the town. The target audience is the people who live in the Hamilton Township or potentially people who may want to move to the Hamilton Township. App 4 was the Foursquare instructions. The user navigates through different screens that explain how to play Foursquare. On one screen, the user is quizzed on how many people are needed to play Foursquare. The purpose of the app is to instruct the user on the rules of Foursquare. The target audience is people who would like to play Foursquare. Monarch butterflies. The user clicks on different screens and pictures of monarch butterflies to explore the life stages of the butterfly. The purpose of the app is to educate users on the life cycle of the monarch butterfly. The target audience is young people, most likely children or teenagers who are interested in life science and butterflies. Now, the video that you'll watch after you stop this video, okay, or pause this video, explains input, storage, processing, and output. Today we're going to focus on input and output. An app on a phone gets input in many different ways from a user or from another program and displays, or in the case of sound, plays output. The output of a program is usually based on inputs or the initial way the program was set up. For example, you could program an app to play a song as soon as it runs. As soon as somebody opens the app, music sounds. Now, at this point, pause the computer and go to either Unit 3, Lesson 1, Introduction to Apps. Select how computers work, what makes a computer, and click on it and watch the video. Or pause the video, go to Canvas, to your Canvas course, Unit 1, Lesson 3. Go down and click on how computers work, what makes a computer, and then come back. Great. Now we're up to our app investigation. This last little bit that we're going to be doing, you're going to go with your partner and you're going to take another quick look, just 5 minutes, at the sample apps you explored before by navigating to the app investigation, starting at, notice this, level 8. Don't go back to level 2. You're now up to level 8. I want you to consider and jot down what are the inputs and what are the outputs for the apps that you looked at. So you don't have to do all of them, just do at least those 3 that you did before. Okay? Now pause the video and go note the inputs and the outputs. All right, in wrapping up, you should have inputs and outputs, and we're going to keep looking at those more as we go through and you start learning how to create your very own app. Okay? Things that you need to know. Okay? User interface, the inputs and outputs that allow a user to interact with a piece of software. User interfaces can include a variety of forms, such as buttons, menus, images, text, and graphics. That's pictures. Input, that is the data that's sent to a computer for processing by a program. It can come in a variety of forms, such as tactile interaction, clicking on something, punching a button, moving a steering wheel, audio, visuals, or text. Output. Output is any data that are sent from a program to a device. And these can come in a variety of forms as well, such as tactile interaction. If you're doing a video game and the car runs off the road, the steering wheel or the joystick may vibrate, tactile interaction. Audio, visuals, or text, or a combination of those. Now that you're thinking about apps, let's explore the design mode of code.org as a tool for laying out an app.